Hi guys, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing Jane Bites Back by Michael Thomas Ford. So this is a contemporary novel about Jane Austen as a vampire. And I'm going to read the description thingy in the back because so far I haven't described it as well as this. Um, take five, whatever. 200 years after her death, Jane Austen is still surrounded by the literature she loves. But now it's because she's the owner of Flyleaf Books in a sleepy college town in upstate New York. Every day she watches her novels fly off the shelves, along with dozens of unauthorized sequels, spin-offs, and adaptations. Jane may be undead, but her books have taken on a life of their own. To make matters worse, the manuscript she finished just before being turned into a vampire has been rejected by publishers 116 times. Jane longs to let the world know who she is, but when a sudden twist of fate thrusts her back into the spotlight, she must hide her real identity and fend off a dark man from her past while juggling two modern suitors. Will the world's most beloved author be able to keep her cool in this comedy of manners, or will she show everyone what a woman with a sharp wit and even sharper set of fangs can do? So this is a modern take on Jane Austen, which is pretty cool. I love the way that she feels as a character, and this is totally in keeping with her books and her writings, and definitely what I think Jane Austen, like, we get to see Jane Austen's viewpoints on a lot of modern things, including the Jane Austen craze, where everybody is just obsessed with anything that has her name on it. And this whole, like, Regency era that we, like, romanticized. And then we have Jane, who's lived to 200 years and can remember that. And it wasn't quite so great. And we also get to see her frustration in the fact that all her stuff is making tons and tons of money, but she's not getting any of it because she's now dead and it's been 200 years. Definitely has Jane Austen's wit to it. I also really enjoyed this look at, like, getting novels published. So we see it partially from, like, Jane's memories of what it was like to be published 200 years ago, and now the last novel she finished is finally getting published. And it's like being a new author, but at the same time she's trying to live up to all the hype and, like, is it as good as her other novels? Is everybody gonna love it as much? While still trying to keep the fact that she's actually Jane Austen a secret. So it's a really fun look at publishing and writing, and books in general. She's running a bookstore and how important, like, blogs are, and, like, what being on a famous talk show can do to your sales, and being at a romance convention. Like, I love all these situations she finds herself in. And then there's also the vampire aspect of this. So in this book, vampires can be out in the daylight. It's totally fine. Jane doesn't need to sleep and she doesn't need to eat, but she can do both of those things, and she really enjoys doing both of those things. But she does need to drink blood, which can sometimes become problematic when she gets hungry all of a sudden, and it's not always the most convenient time. Also, in this book, we have the man who turned her into a vampire returning, and how that's problematic in Jane's life as she tries to protect her friends from him while not telling them that she's a vampire or that he's a vampire. So, trying to work around, like, how do I keep them safe without spilling all my secrets? And there's also Jane's love life with these two different guys that she likes, and trying to pick and decide which guy she should go with and whether or not they're gonna really like her for who she is. And also, how do you, like, and also she has insecurities about being as old as she is and the fact that she's going to outlive, like, if she falls in love with a human and tries to have a relationship with him, like, she's gonna outlive him. He's gonna keep aging and she's not, and that's gonna, like, do you take that chance or not? So I really love this book, and I love this take on all of these different things. Like, there's so many different genres and, like, points that it hits. And it's just really fun read. It is, like, hilariously funny also, and really gripping and adorable. And I'm already reading book 2. That's the thing. I went straight from the end of this book to the next one. This book I finished in, like, 24-hour period too. Like, I completely zipped through it. I totally love it. So I definitely recommend this book if you guys want to check it out. If you love Jane Austen or vampires or both, um, or just fun contemporary chick lit type novels. Yeah. So, peace out. I love you guys and keep reading. Bye.